Hi, my friend Scott Grove here with part 7 of our standard tuned steel guitar sounding slide guitar. And this one we're going to use a technique that we learned before, which is the slant slide bar. So we can actually go up and hit the high E string for our root and then go on the G string for a third. Okay, so we can actually get so there's our slant, so we can get our major. Get that whole thing. Okay, with that said, it'll be like this. Here's a backing track. So we'll be able to get all of those. So if that does it for you, stick around and we'll go ahead and hammer this technique out using an actual backing track in a working situation. Okay, I'll catch you in a few moments, I hope. Okay, welcome back. What this is the typical thing that we do with the during normal country playing. So what we're looking at as far as the position, since we're in the key of G, is on the high E going up to the 15th fret and then slanting our bar to get the 16th fret on the G string. We're not going to use the B string at all. Okay, so then we're going to be doing after the slant is going to be the 17th, 18th, and 19th frets. And that set of little notes and the shape of the whole thing is going to follow us around in C. And in D. Okay, and when we're doing the D thing, before we come back up to the G, a lot of times you'll see me doing, and hear me hopefully, going all the way up here past where the G is, but during the D chord, but getting the second part of the G. Okay, so heading up that way to the 17th and 17th fret before the backing track goes back to the G chord. Okay, you'll hear it. Let's go ahead and hear it now. Gives a really neat pedal steel effect that most people wouldn't expect you to be able to get. So that's, again, sliding up while you're in D. Okay, and going and sliding into your G and the third that's under it on the G string. Okay, so that's what's happening. Okay, so you need to really practice on getting, again, as I said before, and as always with a slide, getting that sit there and bend it back and forth. There it is. Okay, and remember, getting that in tune, I should say. Never finished my sentence. But remember that the further you go on your neck, the more you're going to have to slant your bar to get those. Okay, gets easier the higher you go up. In this style, I want you to simply remember to use other notes too. The pedal steel doesn't just use this. Okay, it's just an easy thing to teach off of. So use your A shapes as well. Those pedal steels have low strings, and A shape again for the C and the D. So play the licks that pedal steels would normally play, and these are just your standard licks. Okay, so add some extra notes in that way. Now what does work out is on your B and D strings. And again, the winding on the D string provides for a little bit duller sound, but it sounds nice with the brightness that you're hitting on a plain string. But like here in D, right underneath the G, because we're in G, and the D is just right above it. Okay, so you can do the exact same thing on the B and D strings. So put that into your stew and stir it up. Okay, so I'll give a quick example of changing just within a 2-fret area. Okay, with what we've been doing, I'll add a couple of single notes. So they're right there, and you don't have to worry about making your slide bar go even further on a slant, because everything is right here, so everything becomes just more consistent. So that's a beautiful thing. And once again, like I had mentioned, throw in some other things, maybe even some just really low stuff, like you can get your, that's just a low G on the D string 5th fret with the 5th fret on the A string above it. So just stick in some other stuff like that if you have more than one steel solo a night that you're playing, or just to learn how to do this stuff and prepare yourself for your very first gig. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the country side of the slide. Don't forget, tomorrow, part 8 of actually utilizing the slide in with some backing tracks, and hope to see you then.